So the new war bond added 2 new mechs, which is what people have been asking for since the longest, but there's one problem. It's a fucking war bond. Yeah, it turns out folks don't like paywalls because, you know, economy. But even if the world was sunshine and rainbows, I can assure you that no one likes the idea of a $40 game VTubing as a free-to-play. So safe to say this is the most controversial war bond so far. But is it any good? No. The Bulletstorm. Light penetration, 1300 RPM, moderate recoil, 25 ergos. This is easily the best stratagem in the whole war bond. And nah, this is not honeymoon syndrome talking. Dropping in with the napalm launcher, Bulletstorm, commando, and the airstrike is the type of time I wish on everyone watching this. There is so much expendable shit around here. That was not perfect. The stalwart does beat it in one key area, the first person view. Precise aiming isn't really a thing with the Bulletstorm because it has no iron sights. The first person view just might give someone out there a seizure, but it's easily to stand out for me. The Gallant. 65 medium pen damage at 1380 RPM with moderate recoil and 80, I believe, ergonomics. On paper, doesn't sound too bad. Honestly, on the normal runs, drop in, OBJ, get out is decent. But if there's 2 things in this world that will never go hand in hand, it's this game and normal. So when the 8th bug breach opens up at the LiDAR, where the third round of bots are dropping on the jammer, it starts to fall apart a little bit. It works, but there's just better options. Something like the Reprimand does the same job, but with way more consistency and way less frustration. But to be fair, the Gallant is great at crowd control, but considering it's a high RPM SMG, it would be a little strange for it not to be. Mostly noticed on the bug front, of course, and the violations and gang assaults that come with that shit. Game, let me run! So when shit hits the fan, it's noticeably better there than something like the Reprimand. Even then, it's not exactly standing out. Has a role, does the job, so does everything else. The new armor passive. I'm gonna keep it a bean. I can't see a difference. I can't feel a difference. I plan on doing a side-by-side comparison because right now, I can't eyeball it. There aren't clear numbers because the wiki doesn't have any specifics yet. But in actual gameplay, I can't notice anything. The main event, the mechs, the Lumberer and the Breakthrough. Starting with the Lumberer, cannon on the right arm, flamethrower on the left. On the bug front, it's solid. Probably second best behind the Patriot. Flamethrower does what flamethrowers do, straight crowd control. You could literally walk up to a bug breach and just hold left click. And for the heavies, the cannon hits hard enough to deal with pretty much anything. But the issue, same issue every other mech deals with, it gets overwhelmed so quick. Once you're dealing with multiple heavies, and you will be, especially on the higher difficulties, you start to feel how slow and clunky the mechs are, but the Breakthrough, well, the Breakthrough is the same, but the Breakthrough is the one I actually prefer. Absolutely massive shield on the left arm, and what I thought was also a massive shotgun, but it's actually a heavy flat cannon, according to the wiki. Shield is fine, but the bash, way stronger than you would think it is. That combined with the cannon makes this thing feel like a monster. Cannon hits hard even with the low ammo capacity, and the fact that you can still do the shield bash while reloading is huge for about 30 seconds, because at the end of the day, a shiny piece of shit is still a piece of shit, and the mechs are no different. It's not just this war bond, no, they've always been pretty dog shit, but between the two, the Breakthrough is definitely the better pick in my opinion. Cool, fun, and it will probably never get used by me again. So alright, so where does Exo Experts actually land? Let's break it down. You got one standout stratagem in the Bulletstorm, the best thing in the whole war bond. The Gallant is fine, it exists, it will continue to exist. The armor passive, the mechs, cool idea, fun for a few runs, then the reality that it's a fucking mech kicks in. So value wise, if you're a newer player, there's definitely some stuff here you can get use out of. The Bulletstorm alone gives you a strong, flexible option. But again, I mean, every war bond is like that. Every war bond has something you could at least get some use out of. But if you hit the end game, which means you've played the game for at least 3 hours, you're not really getting anything game changing here. And that's the problem, because for these things to be paywalled, you'd expect it to be a must buy, but It's really not.